Hello and welcome, Internet Traveler, to a Reuven's Universe special, where you unfortunately get to sit there and listen to me talk in my basement. It's actually my parents' basement, but I pay rent, so we're going to pretend that it's mine. It's a psychological thing. So in this video, which is the first, by the way, many of you know that I make artwork and I compose and create music, and I try to blend the two together. But there's a lot of other little projects that I do in the background to be able to better assist in me creating these two things. This particular video is going to be about this big beast back here. Now this, for those of you who do not know what this is a voltage-controlled analog modular synthesizer. You can get all that. I may have said that out of order, but you'll get the same result on Google. Most of this is made up of components from a company called synthesizers.com, which is down in Texas. But it didn't start out that way. Because initially when I wanted one of these, I was in high school. I couldn't afford synthesizer.com stuff in high school. So of course my father's response was, well, if you want one so bad, how about you build one? So I did. Ended up being my senior high school project. Going around the internet, I found out there's a plethora of information as to how to build these things. And many of the websites are even nice enough to tell you what's happening in the circuits, how they work, why they work the way they work, modifications you can do, and some even provide parts lists. Yeah, very nice. So I built myself a fully functional modular synthesizer. It had 2 oscillators, 2 filters, an amplifier, a mixer, a glide, a rudimentary 16-step sequencer, a fully functional keyboard, which still exists today, and I use it every once in a while. So anyways, yeah, I built that. And luckily I worked with plus minus 15 volts and plus 5 volts for the logic circuit, so it was compatible with synthesizers.com. So you can actually, if you see here, there are a few modules that are of my own build, because I'm lazy and I didn't feel like writing on them or labeling what they are. So anyways, I left high school and got a job, and I had less time but more money, and that's where I just purchased stuff. But anyways, recently I decided to start getting back into it. And a few of you may have noticed a post or two going around about a board about yay big of the circuit that I was building. And, well, here it is, because it's done. Yeah, this bad boy right here. This is a fixed filter bank. What the hell is a fixed filter bank? Well, I'm glad you asked. If you didn't, we're going to just pretend that you did, because it'll be awkward if you didn't. If you don't know what a fixed filter bank is, possibly a graphic equalizer will ring a bell. And if you still don't know what that is, we'll just wait a few minutes and you'll hear what it sounds like. Anyways, for you techie guys, you'll notice that there's 14 potentiometers on the front here, which are volume controls for specific filters in behind. Which is this. Yeah, that was a lot of work. So this rather intimidating circuit board here was several months of grueling, focused procrastination with a little bit of work in between. It's actually not as bad as it looks. If you look closely, you'll notice there's a lot of redundancy on the board. This particular circuit or the design you can get from yusynth.net. And I'm not going to attempt to pronounce the dude's name because I failed all my foreign language classes, and I'll just embarrass myself. So anyways, he was trying to emulate the Moog fixed filter bank, and he did it by having a number of filter cells, and each cell just simply consists of an operational amplifier, 4 capacitors, and 3 resistors, and he would double up the cells to be able to get the proper bandpass filter that he wanted with the real steep slopes on it. So anyways, there's 12 of those and a high pass and low pass filter, and all that's controlled on the front, and really all these are just volume controls. And a couple inputs and outputs, most of which are still not hooked up because I'm lazy. But it works, and it does what I want it to do. So, well, without any further ado, let's plug it in and see what it sounds like. So, now this is known as subtractive synthesis. And it's kind of the same idea as if you were to take a piece of wood and whittle or chisel it down to something that you want. The piece of wood is this bulky thing that is uninteresting to you, but you can turn it into things by taking stuff away from it. It's the same idea here. I give it a lot of frequencies and then I remove the frequencies I don't want. Alright, well this is up here, it's very well secured with no screws because who needs screws? The next thing I'm going to do is a fireball test where I'm going to turn it on and verify the whole house doesn't go up in flame. So let's try that. Oh, camera's still rolling, my heart is still beating, and I think we're okay. So I'm going to push the other button, which is this really inconvenient little push button right there. We go. Okay. So theoretically, when I push the keyboard, we should hear something. Oh, right, I forgot. We're actually running off the sequencer right now, so I'll just push the red button. It's a very satisfying thing to just watch. I mean, I can just play for eternity like that. I don't have to do anything. This filter, so that's a different filter. So he's going to play some notes for me, and we're going to run it through my fixed filter bank. So the output to the output, the input to the input. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is start at the high pass filter and just start turning them up and work my way down to low pass filter, and you'll hear each of the frequencies come in, and then I'll play around with it a little bit and you can hear the different things you can do. Alright, so here we go. And there you have it. You have all sorts of fun with it. Thanks for watching.